Okay, so this is really important for me to share, and I have spoken before many a times about the purpose in life, your actual true purpose in life. And so this came through to me 2 years ago. I was looking for my purpose, although this is what I do. I was like, there must be something else, something more fun that I can do, something more. I don't even know. I was just like, oh, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing here? Like, outside of this deep dive all the time, I wanted something fun and elating. I just don't know why the camera light is so terrible. Maybe if I move the light, I can't get the people in the cars next to me. So anyway, so I sat there, and I always, even when I'm meditating, I have a pen and paper next to me just in case I want to write things down, because I love writing. And all of a sudden I was asking, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my true purpose? Not the egoic purpose, not what I'm doing, healing and helping people step into their divine spark and, feel better and happier and more fulfilled. Like there feels like there's something else, the true purpose. And so as I was sitting there, I heard your codes. The codes inside your body. And I was like, what? And then I was shown images and words and feelings and everything. I'm going to share it here. I'm going to share it again. I've shared it already, but I'm going to share it again. Basically, you are here to shift the codes of your body. So your body has these codes in them. Your whole lineage, all your ancestors, the generational, the lineage of humanity from your portal. You have specific codes. Those codes are the ones to be transformed and changed. Meaning, whatever fears my ancestors from both mom and father side, and no matter, a whole bunch more, all of those codes inside my body, okay, the body that my soul is living in, it has codes which are, so our body is something and our spirit is something. And our spirit is like dressing up, a spark of us is dressing up in this human coded body that has an unbelievable amount of DNA, codes, memories, history. I have an entire chapter about the specific thing in my book, Discover the Gifts of Your Disempowered Self. So, and images just to show you the extent of things. So your eyebrow could be like your grandfather's eyebrow, right? The way your eyes look, the movement of your eyes, the way you speak could be similar to your mother. I know my toe, my big toe is my father's big toe. It's a replica. It's like a carbon copy. So in seeing in the physical 3D, how much so we are affected, how we look, how we act, everything is affected. We could see it in our body, how our body is formed, how we look, everything. This is to prove to the egoic mind and the mental mind that needs logic that even your fears, your joys, your talents, your gifts, your quirks, the things that you don't know how to do so well, it's all encoded in you anyway. These codes are here. And so what I heard is your main purpose is to change the coding of your body, your coding system, the DNA coding system, which is miraculous. And I saw incredible images. I saw a network, and different things are lit up, different codes are lit up. And the ones that are lit up within you are the ones that actually need to be transformed, need to be seen, need to be loved, need to be recognized, need to be heard, right? So I call them pockets of energies within you. There's a billion pockets of energies within you, and some of them are awake and some of them are dormant because they're not for you to do. The ones that are awake, you'll notice, are sometimes you have fears. You've been triggered a certain way. Let's say for me, for example, I married a malignant narcissist 19, 20 years ago. And that just triggered all the fears and codes in my body, from depression to anxiety to suicidal thoughts, everything that I never thought was me. what happens is these situations wake up certain codes within you that need to be transformed, transmuted, released, recognized, seen, loved, whatever it is that the ancestors, your lineage, never got the opportunity to do. So you chose this specific timeline, this specific body, these specific genes, these specific codes, these specific parents and lineages to come through to shift those codes. So your actual main purpose is to change those codes around for you. That's why sitting and loving yourself, self-love, is of incredible value to the truth of why you're here, right? What happens once we shift some of those codes? You release you release the body. You give the body back to the earth, right? You give it back to earth, and you continue on your spiritual journey, whatever that is, right? But you give back the body. Now the body goes back into the earth, okay? And the new codes that you left in this physical body, there are codes, right, that have changed and shifted. You release, it's like you unzip or you give it back to the earth, and the earth starts to feed in a network. It starts to feed itself these new codes. These new codes go into, it's just spectacular information, so bear with me, please. These new codes go into the trees, into the plants, what the animals eat, everything. These codes starts to spread. And I saw like a network, and they're all like little light bulbs everywhere. And they spread everywhere. And the new humans that are now, the souls that are coming with the new humans, are eating from these codes, right? They're stepping on these codes. The earth is providing new codes. The air that you breathe has these new codes that these bodies have left behind. So it's the most consciously aware humans that are consciously aware that are working through this, right? That are releasing themselves of traumas and pains and the program, right? Releasing the old program. So this is this is the purpose of all purposes. Yes, you have a journey. Yes, you might, your physical purpose could be like a healer, or, or a cook, or an engineer, or a doctor, or, a pilot, or a secretary, or a teacher, or a janitor, it's like so irrelevant. It's just what the body's doing, so that those codes can be triggered and they can be transmuted when you are consciously awake and consciously aware. And what does conscious awareness means? Means I am experiencing an emotion right now, and instead of judging myself like, damn you, Rain, again, I thought you got rid of this, what's wrong with you, be more confident, all that rubbish we do to ourselves, when that pocket of energy emerges 1,000 times, you're there 1,000 times saying, you're not feeling confident? That's okay. I love you. I know we worked so hard on it. And you know what? Even if you stay feeling no confidence for the rest of your life, I love you anyway. And that's what it looks like to be consciously aware, right? Not trying to force yourself to be the opposite of confident because it terrifies you not to be confident, or it terrifies you to be depressed, or it terrifies you to be sad, or it terrifies you to be angry, or it terrifies you, any emotion. You're terrified of it. So you're trying to pretend it doesn't exist so that you can do the opposite of. So if I were to be not confident, my natural egoic mind to protect me from that horrible feeling would be walk with your head straight, speak out loud when you see people, stand up for yourself, right? And I wouldn't be able to transmute, transform, and offer unconditional love to that pocket of energy. That is actually not even mine. It was triggered and awakened due to my lineage, due to the codes in here. So when I return the body to the earth, and of course it helps with your next generation. The next generation, the generation behind and the generation ahead of you actually completely shifts. So it's not only releasing the body to the soil, it's energetically shifting the entire paradigm of this lineage. Don't wait for the proof. Just know this. So this is the coolest part. So I had shared this with one of my dearest, bestest of friends ever that we practically speak all the time. We channel for each other. We get insights. It's such a delightful conversation all the time. We've been friends for years. And she's the person I turn to. I'm the one I think she turns to. Like, we're just like having aha moments when we're feeling really crappy. We're down and we just like, we allow each other to feel what one needs to feel, and we love them so that we can have the memory of how to love ourselves. It's just a very beautiful dynamics of friendship. Anyway, so she's known this, and I've already explained that, and I've explained it many times, and I've spoken about it quite often. And then yesterday she had an experience, and her experience with this, someone from her husband's side of the family died, and he was a really good man. And she went to the funeral. It was a closed casket. She put her hand on the casket. She's also highly intuitive and magical. She put her hand on the casket, and she sent me a message saying, I felt the codes. His soul isn't in there, but there was a vibration coming out of the body. So the body is alive, but it's not part of the soul. It can't move or walk or whatever, but it's got the vibration. She felt the codes. She felt the vibration of the codes of this body that she had never felt before. But because she's been so consciously aware and shifting and releasing and really connecting to divinity and her divine spark, her sensitivity to truth has ignited. So she left me that message telling me how it felt, how fantastic. She'd never felt it with anyone who's transitioned or died, but she did with this person, and she could feel how much this person has shifted the codes within them, that she could feel the vibrations and she could feel the codes, and she could see what has shifted within the body. So she left me that message. Of course, I had no confirmation. It's such a deep knowing. I know it because I saw it and I was given everything. I even wrote a whole bunch of stuff about it, and I tried to draw it and explain so I can have an explanation. But 2 years later, someone I trust completely, who's extremely honest — I can't deal with dishonesty, even if I feel it and the person doesn't know, but I just can't. And she shared that. And I was like, oh my God, I have to truly point out the importance of conscious awareness, because you're going to give this body back. Whether you're going to give this body back to the earth, or you're going to cremate it, nothing leaves this planet. Everything that comes out of this planet comes back to it. So even if it's in dust particles, it's fine. It still lands on the earth. It still goes in. It's still part of the earth, the particles in the air. So in any case, nothing ever leaves this planet. What comes from this planet goes back to this planet. Okay? It doesn't go anywhere else. The only thing that continues is your soul, right? Is the spark of divinity, is you, the true you. So just sit with yourself with this awareness. And if you're looking for your purpose and you're feeling hopeless and helpless, and you think your purpose needs to be this career or this career or this, maybe take a bit of a break from that and focus on, okay, the true purpose, the soul purpose, is to shift the codes in my body. So when an emotion shows up, to not be terrified of it. And if I am terrified, to notice that you're terrified of it. And you can say, I am terrified of this emotion. When you speak out loud to yourself the thing, because you're consciously aware, the thing now is in the light. Now the light has come to it, because conscious awareness is light. It's like you see it, and it's been seen. And how many of us want to be seen? And we keep thinking we want to be seen by the world, but we don't. It's the pockets of energies within us that want to be seen by you, by her higher self, by the spark of divinity. It wants to be seen by source. And your source, you are that light of divinity. You are a fraction of that light of divinity, and it wants to be seen by you. So it's been going around, I want to be seen. It wants to be seen by you. So when that pocket of energy appears, let it be seen by you. Even if it terrifies you and it hurts you, you could say, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. This really hurts. This really hurts. This really hurts. Ooh, I can speak it to myself. I say it out loud. I can see that it really hurts. I am terrified to say it, and I'm saying I am so terrified to see it. It's all coming into the light. Conscious awareness is light. When I'm consciously aware, I've triggered. So I see right now, like the iris of the eye opens, and the soul of divinity is seeing it. Light. light. This is very, very important to share. It's very important for you to sit with and feel into. Get a paper and pen. When you receive this information, sit with yourself, ask yourself, how true does it ring in your body? I know for me, it is very true. And for quite a lot of people that I shared this, they're like, aha. And looking for your purpose on the outside starts to ease up, because it doesn't start to matter necessarily, oh my God, I have to be this, or I have to be that, or this, or I have to look for my purpose. It has to be perfect, because the original purpose, the main purpose, is known to you. So in any field you choose to do, your purpose is still being fulfilled. You can be a cook in a restaurant and you're being triggered and you're meeting the people. It's the experiences around you that allows you to change the code. So it doesn't matter what you choose. You want to be an accountant, go right ahead. You want to be a healer, go right ahead. You're going to be provided with the right and perfect scenarios, because the main objective is that you're working through the codes within you to give it back to the earth. I know nobody likes to talk about death, but that's what you're doing. That's the only fact we have. You're going to give it back to the earth, recoded, retransformed, shifted for, if you have kids, for your kids, for what passed, and for the generation to come back on this planet and to actually feed off of the new codes that the earth is going to receive, right? Kindness, truth, honesty, and whatever it is you have to shift. So I hope this makes sense. I had to share it. I came here to meditate, but then I was like, oh my God, this must be shared. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and leave your comments. I'm really curious to hear your feedback and your insights, and how did it feel when you journaled? And if you journaled and you didn't have to, but whatever. Anywho, go to the description. You can find my book down there, Discover the Gifts of Your Disempowered Self, if you want to dive deeper into this and get more info. I'm not sure if the video I just said that I posted, but I'll check if it is posted or not. But this is like this is more about the generational coding in your system. And I just love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this new evolutionary transformation. And if I forgot to introduce myself, it's coming at the end. My name is Rain Zabin. I'm a spiritual transformational coach, NLP practitioner, master Reiki healer, EFT, certified in everything and anything. I channel, I get downloads. I'm an artist, I paint, I create. I have a million things. But this is the most delightful one of all, because I get to share truths that not a lot of people enjoy or like or actually resonate with. So it's just truth that I know. It's ahead of the time, and it's for those who are open to stepping a little bit away from the program and bringing in something new for your freedom. Take care of yourselves, and you're looking to go dive deeper for you personally, then get a hold of me. You've got all the info in the description. Take care, beautiful souls. Love you. Bye.